Hi guys, Ilse and Eileen from the Stoned Daisies. We bring you our 10th and final episode for this season. And we have Brandon.
You.
Sorry, just your surname, Render.
Yeah.
Render. Brandon Render. Thank you so much for taking time.
Thank you for having me.
And joining us. We are very, very grateful for having you.
I'm very, very excited to be here.
I love your outfit.
Thank you.
Cool.
So, just explain to our viewers what is your profession or your connection to our podcast and the people on our podcast and all that.
I basically work for most of them as a stage technician. I work for Facing The Gallows and I work for Sunken State. And then someone that hasn't been on the podcast because he's not really in the metal scene, he's more like the pop scene. His name is James Deacon. Shout out to my boy. I basically set up the instruments and the drums, and I make sure that, because at the end of the day, musicians are really just big children. And when they're on stage, everything always falls around and falls over. So and then I have to make sure that it just, I pick it back up, basically. Yeah. So that is my.
So if there's a little
that's
distraction,
basically, like if a cymbal falls, or if a mic stand falls, or if a guitarist is sad, I have to go pat him on the back. Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's very cool. What bands have you worked with in the past?
I would say so many international bands, because I also work for a company called Jamback Productions, and my first ever show was for a band called Secrets, and they're one of the bands I've also been listening to since I was a kid. And then bands like Fit for a King, Hands Like Houses, Crown the Empire.
As soon as I placed it because I was like, that song with Courtney LaPlante.
Yes.
And fun fact, it's Post Malone's favorite metal band. And
he auditioned to be in Crown the
Yes.
Empire, which is really cool.
Wow.
Back before he was Post Malone.
Yeah.
And then bands like I worked at Pirate Fest, so that was a lot of fun. We worked with bands like Atreyu and Hailstorm, yeah, the other one, the piratey one. They're very cool. Just a bunch of international bands, and then obviously a bunch of local festivals. I think I've worked with probably almost every single band that's been on this podcast so far.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I met all my heroes. Attila was another band that I worked with, so yeah, I met all my heroes. I'm a very happy boy.
I can imagine. So, which was your favorite band members to meet, and do you have a story? Can you spill some details for us?
There's actually two. The first one was Atreyu, just because they are probably the nicest band I've ever worked with. There was at Pirate Fest, they didn't really want to eat their food unless the crew members came and sat down as well and have food with them.
So nice.
Phenomenally nice people. And then I would say the other one would be between Fit for a King and Crown the Empire, but I'm going to choose Crown the Empire because I've been listening to them since I was 12 years old, and I was backstage and I was just chilling with the vocalist Andy, and that was like such a surreal moment to me. And then all of them had different scheduled flights from the drummer, because he doesn't live in the same city as them, and he was leaving a day later. So the drummer and we went to like this monkey sanctuary, just him and I, and we were just chilling around all day, playing with monkeys.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that was probably my two favorite moments from like the big bands. So yeah, it's very cool. They're very, very nice people, and it's just surreal because it's like someone you listen to growing up, and you're like, now you're playing with monkeys.
Yeah. It must be very weird because
I think I'll be starstruck.
Yeah, it is very cool. And you also said that if by some means one day in the future I am still a stage tech, I have his number, so I can maybe tour with them one day, which is a very cool thing. So
wow.
Yeah, hopefully, Brent, if you're seeing this, I'm gonna let you keep that promise.
Oh, so. Cool.
I love it. I hope they see it. I really hope they see it. How did you explain your journey on how you got to this point.
I've always wanted to do something. I wanted to be a musician. I still do. For a while there in my life, I didn't. But basically, I loved music my whole life. It's literally every part of my being. And I didn't know we had a South African music scene. I thought we had Juanita du Plessis and Tiencio Dan, which is cool, but like it's not really my vibe.
Yeah,
so,
not anymore. It was when I was like 2.
I moved here when I was 18, which is 6 years ago. Right after university, not university, matric.
From where did you move?
I lived in Middelburg and Mpumalanga with Russell.
Okay.
Russell and I have known each other since we were 3 years old.
Oh,
And Russell and I moved with my parents. He stayed with me for a bit, and then we lived here, well, ever since. And then basically there was Our Last Night came, their first tour here at Arcade Empire. And all the opening bands were like, I think it was Set for the Sky, Facing the Gallows, Yumi and the Harmony. I can't really remember. One Day Sky as well. I can't really remember any of the other bands because it's so long ago. And I thought that they brought all those bands with them from America to perform here. And when someone in the crowd, it was Brian's, the ex-Facing the Gallows vocalist, dad, Dion, tapped me on my shoulder and he's like, "That's my son." And I'm like, "But you have a South African accent." And he's like, "No, they're a South African band."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, cool. So we have a scene here, which is nice. I want to start working for these bands." So I studied sound at Academy of Sound Engineering. And then we had to do job shadowing. So I had to go to someone's studio and watch them record stuff. And I got to go to Clint Watts, who is the sound guy for Facing the Gallows, but also like a front man for One Day Sky. And he's basically everyone's sound guy, almost. Studio producer. So I went to him, and then I met the Facing the Gallows guys because they were busy recording their album. So yeah, I met him like that. And then I met JP, who is the guitarist in his band. And JP is also, if you guys don't know, one of the managers for Jam Pack Productions, and that's how I got into crew work.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, after like a year, I would say, a year and a half of crew work, I started branching out to other bands. Didn't really get lucky up until I thought it was way longer, but only in 2019 I started working for Facing the Gallows, but it feels like way longer. But yeah, I got to Facing the Gallows, and because of Facing the Gallows, I got into working for Sunken State, and then also for James Deacon.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. That's very cool.
I love when people connect like that.
Yeah, it's like it's a
Yeah.
snowball effect. It was nothing and then everything.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any tattoos?
Yes, I do have a few. Most of them don't have any meaning, like this one. This was done by Chelsea from Lucky Swine, but she moved, so you're lost, guys. And that's a Viking symbol for music. That's music, of course.
Music.
21 Pilots, because they're my favorite band. Your generic play, pause, rewind, forward tattoo that I
Does it
needed to
work?
get on me. Leo, because I'm a Leo. It's just
I'm a
the Leo
Scorpio.
symbol is there.
I'm just like,
Fire sign.
Yes, and then I got
I'm a
a
fire sign.
Hell
It's
yeah.
not- I'm a Saggy.
nice Sagittarius is very cool. And then I got hand poke, a hand poke tattoo from Romy Ding, which is a gravestone that says after party, which is very cool, but it kind of looks like something else when you twist it sideways that I'm not going to mention now. And then I have like this anime tattoo that you probably won't see properly right now, done by Nathan.
What's that?
Oh, this is also 21 Pilots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is like the vocalist's logo. So I got a matching tattoo with my friend Dylan. He has the drummer's logo on his arm at the
Oh,
same
nice.
spot. Yeah.
Super fans.
So sweet. Yeah, and then I got those two from Nathan, and who's currently my tattoo artist. So shout out to Nathan. His tattoos are like
Nathan.
so sick. So
Cool.
and he gives me great prices. So
What's your favorite band you're currently listening to? A new song?
currently, so my favorite band of all time is 21 Pilots, but currently, Turnstile. They're a hardcore band.
Okay.
And they just dropped their whole new album, which is like redefining the roots of hardcore. It almost sounds like indie music, which is more laid back, mixed with hardcore. It's very weird. They're all dressed like the 90s again now, and like one of their live shows is completely filmed on like an old video camera. So it's like taking a trip back in time. I really recommend listening to the new album. It's super cool.
Weren't you going to go to that? No.
I was gonna go to Slam Dunk.
Slam
Yeah,
Dunk.
I was gonna go with local band. See, now I'm hitting blank, but it's my Jam Pack Productions boss Craig. It's his band, and we were gonna go. I was gonna crew for them, and then together with that band, we were gonna crew for a band called Hands Like Houses, who were also here, and then we were gonna be playing both the Slam Dunk shows. It was gonna be with like The Offspring and Sum 41 and
Yo.
NoFX and
No
While She
FX,
Sleeps,
yo.
and it was gonna
So
be
cool.
it was gonna be so good. And it was literally what we arranged everything. I got my passport, and then it was Ramfest, and then a few days after Ramfest
Yo.
when the
Lockdown.
whole lockdown started. Yeah. So that was I still believe everything happens for a reason. So
Yeah.
I think instead of working crew there, I was meant to play there one day. So hopefully that's the case.
Yes.
Talking about playing.
Something you want to tell us? You guys has started a new band.
Yes. Okay. So there's a new project, and I can already see the comments be like, "Kyle's in another band."
Housing.
What?
4 bands. What?
Time management.
So I
You just need
started.
to know how. What the?
I started recently. I started rapping once again with my friend James Deacon, who's a phenomenal artist, by the way. I mean, his songs have been used on HBO for with the Game of Thrones channel and like Hulu, and he's like currently number 2 on Jacaranda, so he's like doing super well. I'm proud of him, and I have a few tracks coming out with him, and then I started gaining confidence because I was always so scared of doing things, and for some reason we decided in studio one day we're just gonna scream over a track, and I was like, shit, I don't know how to scream. I'm gonna message Regan from Facing The Gallows, and then Regan gave me a few pointers. Started screaming, and it didn't sound half bad. So then we were like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do a solo project, which I'm still working on, which is more on the trap / metal rap side. And then I was like, but I've always wanted to be in a hardcore band, like always. And then a lot of my favorite hardcore bands started dropping albums, and I'm like, fuck, I need to be in a hardcore band like right now. So I made a post on Facebook telling people that I need band members. I want to play like a band similar to a band called Knocked Loose, same style. And then Kyle sent me a video of him playing a Knocked Loose song, and I thought he was just like fucking around, and I was just joking back, and I was like, ha, no take backs, now you're in the band, haha, joke's on you, you're now part of the band, you can't back out. And then Kyle was like, okay. Well, yeah, sweet,
Kyle's like my
When you
band.
were
let's do it. And I was sitting there, I was in my bed, and I was like, wait.
I love
Let me
it.
just say yes.
I was like, wait. So I look at Mandy, because my girlfriend, and 2 days prior, I was like, I really wish Kyle could be in this band, because he's like the one other very hardcore kid in the scene. I always get made fun of for looking too hardcore. So it's nice to know that there was. I used to have blue hair and
Yeah.
red hair, and
Green.
and then I was like, I just want Kyle, and then it's cool that it worked out like that. Yeah, and then so hopefully it's gonna do well. I think it is.
I know.
We- we're gonna start a little
what kind
movement.
of vibe you give off?
What kind of vibe?
A young blood vibe.
Young blood vibe? I've actually gotten that so many times.
But
No
a
shit.
very not as weird as him.
Young blood is one of my favorite artists of all time.
His voice is so fucking amazing. It's so soothing, and
I love his entire style though. It's like that whole I don't give a fuck.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Lonely Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sing
No,
that Lonely
that this near.
It's not them.
My mom's thinking about
Oh.
5 seconds of summer.
Oh, I think I was thinking of that song called is it just Lonely from Youngblood?
I think it's lonely. Yes.
It's lonely.
Nia,
Well,
my mom's.
but I'll have to listen to that
I'll
one now
play
as
you
well.
the
Exactly.
song.
I've
I'll
got the
play
wrong
you the
song.
Youngblood gives off like, and I know this is gonna sound weird, and a lot of elitists are gonna crucify me for saying this, but I feel like him and his band, especially his like first 2 albums, very much the Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance of our generation.
Yes.
Very much. Like,
And Billie Eilish is our fucking Lady Gaga.
yeah.
People just need to accept it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah,
no,
she's
Youngblood,
amazing.
I've gotten that a few times, so that's cool to know that I don't give a I like dressing very weird.
I also,
Um,
if I want to fucking wear a red t-shirt with the green pants, don't fucking come at me.
Yeah, like I wear this, I wear
don't-
makeup, I
I
wear
don't
fucking
go-
lipstick. I don't care.
I love it, and I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Just leave me
I want to
alone.
stand out, so
Yeah, that's
not?
the reason.
We were created to
Karen.
stand out.
yeah, exactly.
We're not
I was
supposed to be the same.
if I was just gonna sit back and be my thing, that's cool if you want to do that, but I don't.
Life's a bit boring then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To be like
I mean, you've got
everyone
nothing
else.
to look forward to.
exactly.
What's your band's name gonna be?
Oh, we haven't decided yet.
Do you have
Um,
suggestions that you can
we
throw
have-
around?
Do you want us to ask
Do you
the
want
people
us
to give you
to,
Yeah,
to
suggestions?
maybe give some suggestions?
Send through some suggestions. We have one.
So explain.
Suicide Teddy. What? Teddy May Suicide Squad. What? Yes? What? What?
Why not? Why not?
I
No, there's-
like that.
Suicide Teddy Bear. That's the one.
We can do that one too, but there's another one where Carl and I kept talking about like creative differences and how sometimes in a band there can be conflict because the drummer doesn't think his drums is loud enough, the guitarist wants a different tone, or someone wants to do something and the people don't agree, and then there can sometimes be fights and they you can take it up personally, right? So Carl and I spoke about that, and we were like, I kept saying we need to find common ground. We need to find common ground, and I kept saying that. So I was, and
Was
then
it in
at the end of the day,
middle
middle
ground?
ground,
It was middle ground.
common ground, both sound cool. So we're like, hey, maybe we'll try it out. We'll see how that works.
I like that as well.
Yeah.
So you guys can drop some names if you've got some suggestions.
Yes, please. Go for it.
underneath the video. Cool. Tell us a little bit about all your Facebook and your
Twitch.
social media platforms
yeah,
that
okay.
you are on. Promote
Yeah.
yourself a bit.
So on Instagram, I'm called Kismet36. 36 just because I'm edgy and I think it sounds cool. Basically, it's Kismet, which is my solo rapper name and also my content creator name. It just means destiny/fate. And
I like that.
yes, and so I had to make my Instagram that and my Twitter, which is _ official Kismet. Follow me if you're cool. And then I had to do that because it's promotion.
Yes.
Yeah, so I stream on Twitch. I used to stream gaming and stuff like that, but I don't really do that much more. I just now do community nights where all my chatters can come in and we can play like word games, and it's a very fun place, and we all just come together and it's a good vibe. So yeah, on Twitch I am official Kismet. That's twitch.tv/official Kismet. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Drop me a follow. It's fun. It's fun.
We'll definitely do that. What are your hidden talents?
Hidden talents. I don't think there's anything hidden about me. I really don't think I can hide anything. Like if you look at my social medias, if you look at my posts, I'm pretty outspoken. I would say
Yesterday you posted, I am shitting.
yeah. I was pooping and I was like, cool. Hey Twitter, I'm shitting right now. So hidden talents is shit posting.
Literally.
Look it up, shit posting. I shit post quite well.
Hashtag this.
Yes, hashtag shit posting.
What series are you currently watching that is fun?
We
or
just,
cool?
my girlfriend and I just finished WandaVision, which is like a series from Marvel having to do with Wanda, who is the Scarlet Witch, and Vision, who is Vision. And it's like, it happens right after Thanos did his, well, not right after, when Thanos did his snappy thing, and then people came back 5 years later.
Yeah.
It happens right after that, and it's where she creates this. Well, I'm not gonna spoil. It's a very good watch. That
Okay.
and Loki, which is another Marvel series. I
wanna go
love
watch it
Marvel
so
so
bad.
much. So yeah.
I've seen it so much because they said there's a lot of, if you don't go watch Loki and you go watch, if you go watch the movies and you go watch Loki in the right format.
Yes.
It will
Exactly.
sync.
So what's going to happen with also the Loki series and the WandaVision series? They're both of them are tying in directly with Doctor Strange 2. Because all the characters, basically the main characters, are going to be in Doctor Strange 2.
And
so if you're gonna just go and watch Doctor Strange 2, you're gonna be super confused.
You're like,
And
where are
Doctor
these people
Strange
coming
is
from?
also going to have a lot of input in Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's also in Spider-Man. Yeah, it's like super. It's like the sea. It's like our scene. It's everything's entwined.
Connected and everything.
Yes.
What inspired you to start the new band?
Okay. So I would say like long ago, right? When I was in high school, grade 8, actually, I just hit high school. I got into bands like Asking Alexandria and Under Oath and stuff like that. And then when I discovered YouTube, I used to watch them live, like the live videos or what the people recorded on their shitty flip phones back then. And it just looked amazing. It looked like, I was like, fuck, I want to do this. I want to be in that band. And then that kind of subsided because I had a lot of self-doubt. I was like, I'm not good enough. I'll just do the next best thing and be a stage tech, which is fun. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of fun. But, and then I was like, cool, I'll just do that. And then, dude, it was like a month and a half ago, I started watching Knocked Loose perform live and Jesus Piece and Alpha Wolf, all at the Hate 6. The Hate 6 is like one of the biggest hardcore events ever. And
Okay.
I was just watching these shows of people running on stage and spin kicking each other, and it just looked like so much fun. And I was like, fuck. And that kind of like reignited that into me. And then my wonderful, amazing girlfriend was like, hey, you can do this.
Oh.
Just stop doubting yourself. Just go and just try something. That with James Deacon, who kind of took me out of my comfort zone, because I wasn't supposed to feature on a track with him. I was just sitting in his studio watching him do his shit, and then he just stopped and he was like, with Luke and Wesley, hi guys, and then he just looked at me and he's like, you're gonna be on the song. And I was like,
Wait,
what? Huh? What the fuck? And he's like, no, you're gonna be on the song. So I was like, okay. And that kind of also pushed me. And then I was like, fuck it. Let's just do it. What's the worst? What's the worst that can happen? So
We are very excited, and once you've got your name and everything and you guys are ready to start,
yes,
you are more than welcome to come back, and we will want to interview you again.
I would love that. I would love that.
Please.
Yeah, no, so basically it's just good friends and a very supportive girlfriend that kind of inspired me. Yeah.
I love it when
That's
people
so cool.
inspire each other to do things like that.
Yes.
If you had to organize a festival and you could choose anyone on the lineup, but
International and local.
Yes, the first night can be local and the second night can be international. So
I'm a
No budget.
I'm a
no
very, very, very firm believer in supporting local bands. So my dream festival, it's for headline, obviously. I would have either 21 Pilots, or if we were gonna go metal, for the sake of metal, let's go metal. At the moment, I would want Alpha Wolf to come perform here, either Alpha Wolf or Currents, because it's the thing I'm listening to the most right now. And if they're the main event, for openers, I would just choose my homies' bands, man. I would like, Human Nebula, Sunken State, Facing The Gallows, Volvadinia, just all the homies. I would love all the homies to be on the lineup.
A whole weekend of local.
Yeah, I mean, you can make big events like there used to be before lockdown happened. There used to be an event called Weird Boner. Yes, yes,
Wow.
Weird Boner. Great festival. I went to number 3, and then it was the old rumors, not for you boomers. For us, it's the old rumors. For people my age, it's the Cresta rumors. And damn, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. And then there used to be 2 stages, and then one stage was that side, and one stage was this side. So one band would perform there, and as soon as they're done, while they're busy, a band would set up there. And as soon as they're done, the crowd would just do this, and then the next band would play. And I would start at like 12 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, like 12 p.m., and it'll go out till like 2 a.m.
Oh,
And it would just be
wow.
band after band after band after band,
nice.
all local. And it was really cool. So stuff like that is I love that. I love that.
I've got a question. What are your future plans? What is all the projects that you are busy with? Because you said you were busy with quite a bit of projects.
So many
Yes.
stuff in
Yeah, future plans is to at least have a 3-song EP of my solo project. It was gonna happen in like September, but a lot of things happened in between then. A lot of personal matters that like kind of kept me from not doing that. So my goal is to have at least by the end of this year a 3-song EP out. I'm done with the first song. I just need to mix the vocals, and then I want to release that and then continue the other 2 songs and then drop them all together. And then obviously with the band, we just want to get music out ASAP. Get a full band going, because right now it's Kyle and I, and then a bassist who is really cool, who we're talking to, trying to get him in the works, and then just a drummer. But yeah, just get the music out, and if shows are back, just do some songs. I know my boys in Peasant, they're one of the other only hardcore bands in South Africa, but they're in Cape Town. But they said that when the band is rolling, we can all make a trip down to Cape Town.
Nice.
We'll drive because Kyle doesn't want to fly, and then we will we'll do a show there, which is really cool because they're like one of my favorite local bands. And then when it comes to crew work, I just wanna work again. I just want shows to come back. I just want to do that. And then I guess with Twitch, I'm currently at 220 followers. Trying to see by the end of the year if I can hit 500. And then hit like 50 subscribers. Subscribers are people that follow you, but they pay you as well monthly. So
Okay.
just trying to let that. I would say that is my like short-term goals. Long-term goals is I want to take this band and go and play Reading and Leeds and Hate 6. That is the long-term goals. I want to do that.
That's so cool.
And it's already out there because you manifested it with your
Yes.
mouth. Now you just affirmed it.
And I'm just gonna network.
Exactly.
Just make it happen.
Okay, so if you have 1 minute to inspire the uninspired, what would you say to them?
In what context though?
In life, music, whatever context you feel.
Let's go with any form of creativity. If you're having a writer's block right now and you're feeling uninspired, that's okay. It happens to all of us, especially me. Just try your best not to get demotivated. Surround yourself with people that give off, like I would tell Kyle that he gives off, even though he's younger than me, he gives off big brother energy, where he tells you, hey, it's okay. Listen, think about things realistically. Just don't let it break you down. So if you want to do something but you don't know how to do it, start from the smallest piece that you can do. Start from, if you want to be a stage tech, go to shows and see what other stage techs do. Talk to the stage techs afterwards instead of the bands. If you want to be a producer, ask producers if you can go shadow in their studios. Almost all of them will say yes, you're allowed, and it's for free. You can just go sit in and see what they do. If you want to make music, start off by yourself. Try the smallest thing. Just start doing it. As soon as you get that ball rolling, it's kind of hard to stop. So that's what I would say. I think that's about a minute. Just do it.
I like that
Just do
message.
it.
I like that message, and it's gonna find all the right people.
I feel like Braveheart right now.
We want to thank you for taking time and
Thank you.
Coming to talk to us and share your experiences and everything.
It's
with
such a
us.
pleasure. Thank you for having me. Congrats on the 10th episode.
Thank you.
This podcast is really cool. It's really cool. And to the people who are watching this podcast and haven't subscribed, do so.
Please.
Like, this is really cool.
Where did we put the link?
Yes.
Down here. Anyway, it's somewhere here. You'll find it, please.
No, and thank you guys for what you are doing. Like, it's really cool to have this in the industry because the scene doesn't have a lot of it. And it's the more the merrier. And like, this is really well done, and I think it's gonna go far. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
I also feel like if you go and search podcasts, you mainly, the only stuff that pops up if you go and like Google, it's like Joe Rogan and we just try.
Music podcasts need to be way like more bigger in my opinion. So it's nice to have a little music related podcast, especially local, because like Local is so important.
Because music
Support local.
resonates
Definitely support local.
Music resonates with anybody, so anybody can literally listen to it. So if you use the internet and show
everyone
it to
listens to music.
Yes, exactly.
get connections like that, you always get a break.
Of
Your
course.
next connection might just be the one that changes your life forever.
Definitely. And if there's
the break
one
you were looking for.
tiny message that I'm going to make eye contact with the camera here now. If there's one tiny message that I can leave local fans of the metal industry right now, stop being scared to pay more than $20 to support your favorite band, because they put a lot of effort into it. And if you don't even want to pay what is in most places less than a beer, then I don't think you should call yourself a fan. But that's just my opinion. Please support your local artists, and thank you for having me.
Thank you
That was
so
such a
much.
good message.
Listen to Brandon.
Yes.
Listen.
Or you'll die.
Thank you for closing the season with us and giving us your time. We know you guys are very busy. And we wish you all the luck and may all your dreams and all your manifestations come true, because this is the manifestation table. And
Definitely.
And you put it out there, so everything, it's just going to snowball from here. So
Thank you.
Good luck.
That's so kind. I really
Will you
appreciate
please
that.
sign our table for us?
Yes. Do I get to choose a color?
Only the green one works.
Only the green one works?
Yes,
That's cool.
yes.
Green is a cool color. I think I'm going to put myself here by the Gallo boys, since they're the first band I worked for. So
Where it all
why not?
started.
Yes.
Full circle.
Yes. Cool.
You're cool.
Sweet.
Sorry, I have to make cat ears.
Oh wow.
Cool. There we go. It looks very shit. But
Brandon doesn't like cats. I'm joking.
I'm a cat boy, but I hate cats. So
I have a cute cat.
Oh, well, we have a cute cat. I was also not a big cat fan, but that cat changed my mind. Now I love all cats.
I love one cat, and that's the cat I owned. That's Russell's cat. That's one cat I love. The other cats just
We
scare
love
me.
you, cats.
Cats are cool.
This was close.
But
Alright, end of season 1.
End of season 1. Woo! Party time.
What's the party?